This Headless Professor video is going to show you how to do a separate groups t-test within Excel. Now here we have a file that is in Google Sheets, and we're going to download this file as an Excel file. So we go up here to File, Download As, and let's download it as a CSV. That's usually going to be compatible with more kinds of programs. And so let's see. We're going to save this on the floppy disk so we know where it is. And then I'll click on that floppy disk. There's my file. I'll click on it, and if you have Excel on your computer, it'll immediately open up into Excel. And let's suppose that I want to compare the male group that occupies rows 11 through 36 with the female group that occupies rows 37 through 60. Okay, and what I'm really interested in is comparing them on the variable of social class. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for the male mean social class and the female mean social class. I'm going to see what they are, and then I'm going to use a t-test to see if they're different. So I'm going to put the male mean social class right here. So I'm going to click on this little symbol for formulas. If you have a newer version of Excel, you might go up. There's probably a formulas button up there. So I'll click on this, and I'll click on average, and I'm going to include all of these male subjects up to row 36. So that's my male mean social class on this 5-point scale, 2.4. Now I'll do the same thing for the females. Function and average. And what I'll do is I'll go down to row 37 where the women begin and go all the way down to my last subject. And I see that the female social class is just a little bit higher. Well, is that a significant difference? What I'm going to do is I'm now going to look at a t-test, p-value. The number that you will see calculated by Excel, it's not a t-score that you have to convert. It's the actual p-value. So I'm clicking again on the different functions, formulas, statistical, and then I'll go down here to the t-test. Now it's going to give me several choices. It wants to know how many in my first group. So I'll click on this, and I will include all of the male rows up to row 36. Okay, I got that one. Now array 2, that means my second group. And now I will include all of the female subjects from rows 37 through 60. Now the next question is how many tails? And we're always going to use 2 tails. The last question is the type of test we're going to do. We would type 1 if it's a paired t-test. In other words, repeated measures. We don't have that here. We would type 2 if we have two different groups, or as they call it, two samples. And we know that the variances between those two groups are equal. Well, we don't know that. So let's pick number 3, which is two samples with unequal variance. So we'll type in a 3 there. Okay? Here is our p-value, 0.13. So although there is a difference between males and females, females are a little bit higher in social class, that difference is not significant, and we cannot reject the null. Okay, that's how you use Excel to answer the question about are these two groups significantly different on some variable.